Hello guys, welcome to Philippine Antics Expat Help. This is a quick video that we want to do because we've been receiving a ton of emails and personal messages in regards to the expat John, and we want to do a big shout out to Paul. He's God bless his heart because he has done so much for this gentleman. And
Paul, Old Dog New Tricks.
Paul in the Philippines, Old Dog New Tricks, and also Enrique's Life Beyond the Sea, guys. Be sure to check these guys out.
The links are down below.
And also Baby May has her own channel, and that's Paul's girlfriend, love of his life as we're to understand, great woman. Hi, Baby May.
Hi.
And these guys, all three of them, are angels. They have excellent channels. They've always given great information. We highly recommend you guys checking these guys out for information. But they've been helping out a gentleman named John.
Yeah, you guys are heroes, guys. You guys have been a great help to him, and we're proud of you.
Very proud of you guys. So I want you guys to stay to the end because we're going to throw some clips up. And we're going to talk about the do's and the don'ts of the situation. We've heard a lot of people on Facebook have been bashing, a lot of people in comments. We've been receiving positive comments, negative comments in regards to somebody that has simply made a mistake or has made the wrong decision, but he is only human, so he deserves to have second chances, and he is a human being. Everybody does. Like, right. You guys know we love animals.
Yeah, and guys, I know you guys contacted us about the situation. It's not that we were trying to ignore you or anything, but there's something called YouTube etiquette. We do have to contact the people that you were referring to before we can make content. Okay.
So what we've been doing is, if you guys, as we've been doing as a few days ago, is you guys continue to send messages through the PayPal if you guys want to help donate to John, and do that through Paul's channel.
Yeah, go through Paul's channel.
And we've been referring everybody to, as we're understanding, people contact us today. They went through his live that he had yesterday, and they have sent donations. So that's what you do, is just go to his channel and look for the videos. He had one recently, he had one live, and there was a previous video that he done. So we're going to throw up some clips here of John.
Yeah.
When I asked about going back to America, did it ever occur to you, maybe prior to running out of all your money, that you should maybe just go back to America and maybe regroup and maybe get a job and start that cycle again? No. You wanted to stay here. Now, do you have any prospects for making money while you're out here?
Well, I have an opportunity for a job. I don't know how that's going to work out. Actually, I'm only in one job opportunity.
Yeah, this is a humanitarian story about John. He had, when he first landed here in the Philippines, he has 1.5 million pesos to his name. Okay. Now, mind you, he's not retired yet. He does not have a renewable income. 1.5 million is a lot, and it's technically enough for him to wait until his Social Security kicks in.
Right, but it doesn't kick in, as we're to understand, for quite some time, more than a year and a half. So we may not have all the correct numbers on this, so again, watch the video.
Right. And again, he had a couple failed relationships when he landed. Okay.
And he did marry a Filipina at one point.
And the third one, this is where it gets bad. On the third one, he basically invested most of his money building a house on land that neither of them owned, to my understanding.
Well, I don't want to say too much about her. I mean, she's still a great girl, and to me, and you know, I'm still living there, and all that, and well, anyway, I ended up building the family a house, and
So, did you move out of the apartment that you were in and move in with her?
Yes, it's been about a year now, and then. Well, then I built the family a house and everything, and then the other thing that happened was I helped a member of her family buy a cattle truck, and well, that's the majority of where my money went.
All right, so if we can back up a little bit, you came here with $1.5 million, and then they invited you to come live with them. And that was basically, and from what I understand, kind of a squatter's village.
Yes.
Is that correct? A squatter's village is where people do just that. They squat on someone else's land and they build pretty much ramshackle type of homes, correct? Tin roofs. And,
Yeah, exactly.
No water filtration or anything like that. No such thing as an air conditioner.
No.
I mean, it's pretty far down the food chain.
It is.
As far as that goes. And there's no shame in the economics of that. But that's where you were living.
Yes.
So you left your apartment and you still had your motorbike at the time,
Yeah.
right? Okay. And you moved into this area with her. Were you just madly in love with her, or what was the dynamic between the two of you?
Well, I thought she was. I still do. I think she's the one.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
You said you had built them a house. How did that come about?
Well, the workers came and they worked for probably what, a month maybe, maybe longer, 6 weeks. Building with the cement, making the cement nice like this, and then building the upstairs, and all that. And they had to do, of course, it was breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the workers and everything, and that's pretty much the way it went. There's no more water running in the house. I mean, there's no rain. I mean, it withstood Odette.
Okay.
We stayed in the house during that.
Was the assumption that it was going to be your house with her? Was that how it was presented?
Well, the upstairs.
The upstairs. Okay. How much did that cost?
I would say somewhere around, I don't have receipts or anything like
Right,
that,
I understand.
but I guess it was somewhere around, 400, 500,000, somewhere around there.
Okay, so that would be about 10,000 US dollars.
Really bad, guys. It's bad enough, even if you're married to your Filipina, you got to make sure you trust her. But most of it is family land that people build on. Most of it is bought land from their wife or girlfriend, and then they invest 20,000, 30,000, 60, 100,000 US dollars in building a house.
Right.
But on this particular situation in the barangay that they built in that area, they've squatted on the land, guys.
Yeah.
And this is a really bad situation because, as we're to understand by his story, and he has I believe he has two children was the wording. So bless you on that, John, and congratulations. Looking for work. He's been looking. So contact us if you guys know a way in regards to him getting a job, because he is currently looking for like an online job.
Yeah, he does not have a working visa at the moment. So basically, whoever his employer is has to give him a working visa here in the Philippines. And then also on his last or current relationship, he invested the last of his money on a truck that they were supposed to do business with him and give him for income. However, that fell through.
Right. So he did all the right moves, guys. Because of all his failed stuff, as we've discussed with you guys before, you need to have a source of income, a renewable source every month. And we've told you guys before to bring money for medical emergencies and all that. And he did that at 30,000 US, but it's not really enough, guys. The scary part is you really need money. First off is have that renewable income.
Yes, have that renewable income. Again, 1.5 million pesos sounds like a lot, and that's keyword, sounds like a lot.
Because of his decision, guys, so first make sure you have your money. We suggest quite a bit of money, as much as possible. Some people get a second job, save up. I wouldn't come here without double or triple that. 60, 90, 100,000 US, easy. And maybe even then, like if you come up against a medical condition such as like a heart attack or something, it could cost 20, 30,000 US alone for that. And you have to usually pay up front, guys. I want to let you know we've been contacted in regards to insurance. And right now we're getting messages from almost every insurance company that they reimburse. It's a reimbursement.
So you pay first, and then they reimburse you when they decide to.
Like when you first get to the Philippines, don't buy a house.
Yeah.
That's just, don't buy a house, don't build a house, don't do any of those.
Well, two reasons. Again, one would be, are you sure you're staying there? Two, the person who has to have your house has to have the paper. And again, this is somebody you have to trust 100% because they can literally shank it off of you.
Right, so don't build a house. Next, I'm going to discuss also when you first get here, don't open a business with her, guys. Don't open a business with your
Yeah,
guy.
don't.
Don't
Just
just
don't.
there's a lot of paperwork and you want to do it legally. A lot of people here are not doing it legal. So
Yeah.
no, don't open a business. Next, don't loan money to people, guys. Don't give it to relatives. And I mean this like if George's brother or daughter came here and she needed money, that's a little different because
That's direct family.
that is direct family with him and they do a lot of good things for us. So his sister, his mom, any of those, but this is different. These are people that have their own income source. We trust them. George trusts them. If you trust them, okay. But most that you loan money in the Philippines too,
They're not loans.
they're not loans. You're giving that money away. Same with buying the vehicle that John did, right? But see, George is banking. Are you banking, babe? Cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. See, George is banking, so we don't have to worry about that. Don't marry her and don't have kids. Would you like to elaborate on that? George's got kids everywhere.
There's something called a raincoat.
Right, use that raincoat, guys. Don't trust her that she's fixed. Don't trust him that, you know, you're talking about social diseases, you're talking about pregnancy.
Keep your raincoats in a locked box.
Right.
There's something called a pin.
Oh, and by the way, yes, lockbox, that's true. And be sure, guys, to bring them from the U.S., the U.K., or whatever.
If you're coming from
the condoms
if
here,
you're-
I don't
bring
know
them
what let's
with
say
you.
that. Yeah, bring them with you.
Yeah.
And you just don't want to do any of these things, guys. So he had also lost a substantial amount of weight. We're going to throw a clip up right here.
Yeah, he lost a lot of weight. And that's because of the food.
Yeah, he's basically down to like $1 US in his pocket. So he's been trying to get work. There's been some hard times that he's been going up against, but people don't be negative about it. We've had probably a 50-50 on that, on the situation of John, but he's still human. And then he had a stroke. Again, substantial weight, over 50 pounds.
So basically,
like the
he
video
lost,
just
he
showed.
lost everything. Okay,
He's
He
lost
all his
everything.
money. His health is degraded. He's eating basically rice. And what I mean by that, guys, yes, usually when you're most Filipinos who don't have money, all they eat is rice. They're
And-
lucky if they have rice.
And salt.
Rice
Like-
and salt,
and
rice
they-
and soy sauce.
Right, they actually take it and then they soak it in water even more and they're eating it. So we talk about living
Yeah.
like a Filipino. I mean, we're lucky. I mean,
And
George runs and gets me snacks
yeah, and they eat this with gusto only because that's all they have. And but I mean, you guys, you know, Westerners can't live like that. You know.
Oh, you're too sure. I was trying to
Yeah,
show you too.
yeah, Westerners can't live like that. It's not the same.
But he's willing to. He's in love with this
Yeah, he's in
girl,
love with her.
guys,
and
and
since the money's gone, she really does not want him there anymore.
she's even tried at one point to have him deported.
Right. And yeah, so guys, like, make sure you don't fall. It's not a trap. He didn't fall in a trap. He just basically did not plan ahead as far as financial situation, and we don't want this to happen to you.
We don't want it to happen to you guys. So we do have some good news. And again, thank you, Rike. Thank you, Baby May. Thank you to all the subscribers that have donated. Thank you, Paul. You guys are definitely angels and
Yes,
heroes.
you guys are heroes to us. Yes.
Check out the video if you want to watch the full video. And again, go to Paul's channel and see about his PayPal to see if you can help him out. The situation is, and we'll throw a photo up here, it looks like Paul and Rike have bought him a new cell phone because the cell phone he had was not touchscreen or anything, so it could communicate better.
And they paid for a year, right?
As we're to understand, Rike and Paul, they set up where he has a year worth of service now, so things are getting better, and it looks like they're trying to decide a few things. A lot of people had suggestions during the live. A lot of people trying to discuss maybe you should go back to the U.S. We know that he does not want to go
He
back
does
to
not
the
want to go back to
U.S.
He doesn't want to leave her. Again, he's still in love with her.
Yeah, and we understand. George and I both understand that love is love. He needs guidance, he needs friends, and he needs a support system. So it looks like they're talking about setting him up on Facebook with a private account in a group. So if you guys think you can do good, contact Paul in regards to that or make a comment on the video that maybe you can help. He's looking for some solid friend guys that won't bash him and help him. I think since the stroke, his perception of life has actually changed. Like, He needs some guidance. I think medically and psychologically, he needs some help. That was discussed in the video too, guys. So, but he's doing better, and they're talking about giving him maybe a weekly amount of money that has been gathered during the lives and donations. Also, maybe a monthly income where he has just enough to actually live till he can collect his regular Social Security as his plan. And hopefully he'll be okay, guys. So we do appreciate you guys joining us. Be sure to contact us with any additional information or help at philippineantics@gmail.com or any suggestions. Be sure to give us a thumbs up or thumbs down. And guys, please comment. Tell us if you've run into any problems here in the Philippines. We know that a lot of things happen, guys. We've had our own issues being in the Philippines, and George is a Filipino, at least I think he is.
Oh, yesterday he called me a Korean.
We said he already looked Korean, so. And thank you, guys. Bless you, and thank you for being there.
Thank you, guys.
As we always say, keep your heads up and your hearts
Hearts
open in regards to everything that goes on in your life. And God bless, and we'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Korean, huh?
Don't bite it with much more. No,
It has nothing to do with Korean. You're on the wrong continent, son.
oh, sorry, guys. Must be crazy.
You can't say that. How about those interviews you got coming? Ooh, how about the walking street coming up? Coming up in July.
Yeah.
Stripper pole heaven.
Right. Proper use of a street walker.
Hi, guys. Proper use. All right, so now let's quickly just record the second one. Probably totally stop it. Is it easier to transport or add? I'm going to add you.
Take a train ride just to see